Welcome to Napleton Westmont Porsche. For this year's Porsche Restoration Challenge, we wanted something rare and something that every Porsche enthusiast would kill for to have in their personal collection. That car is the 1993 911 Turbo 3.6. With only 1,437 units coming out of Stuttgart, only half of those were meant for the US market. The 3.6-liter turbo engine, now boosted to 355 horsepower, up from 315 in the previous model, was also easier to drive, making this year's model even more desirable. Making this restoration possible is two of the only 32 classic certified Porsche mechanics in the US, Sam Mack and Ed Zilke. All right, Blake, so what is the overall goal of this year's restoration?
Overall goal for this year is to go back to 1993, right off the factory assembly line. You walk in, see the car in the showroom, everything brand new. That's what we want to achieve with this car. Brand new parts, new interior, new paint, everything.
Great, love keeping that integrity of Porsche. Can you highlight some of the major things that you've done with the vehicle this year?
Yeah, so kind of things I alluded to. Actually, the car just left a couple days ago on the truck. Brand new paint that we're going to be putting on the car. We've already started the whole takedown of the vehicle, since we're going to be doing a new interior as well as some ice blasting. I'm sure you saw the video.
Yeah, I saw the video, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah, so we did some ice blasting, that came out great. Everything on the underneath of the car that's visible, again, we just wanted that showroom shine to really come through. So new suspension, even down to the engine harness. So everything that can be done, will be done, and we're proud to say that. Can be done, will be done, and we're proud to say that. And again, trying to just create that brand new vehicle in the showroom.
Beautiful, labor of love, that is awesome. So being that this is a pretty rare vehicle, right? What are challenges that you've ran into so far?
So we've definitely had a couple challenges, and I chuckle lovingly. You know, a couple. I'd say the main ones have been part one, just with how unique you dive into the car the way that we are. So with that is there's always going to be kind of the challenge of working on it and things coming up that it's been a couple years, and thank goodness we have Ed and Sam down there, two great technicians, two guys who've been around classics for a while now, but thank God we can put their heads together, because let me tell you, some of the times you'll go back there and you just see them thinking, it's like, you know what, let's just let them work on this right now, because you have no idea what's going on.
Let the great minds do their thing.
Right? You see the classic books out again, and you see kind of how they did it in the 90s with the, hey, here's how it's all drawn out, and again, it's just so cool to kind of experience that and see that. But yeah, those are kind of been the challenges, and then beyond that with parts as well. It's kind of hard to source some of the parts for these. Again, going back this old and trying to do the level of restoration that we're trying to do, it gets hard to locate some things. Mm-hmm. We do have some help being a classic exclusive partner, or classic partner, excuse me, and they help us find some of these parts as well. But even so, and with them helping us at our backs, it can be challenging and difficult to find some of these things.
Yeah, it's great to have a wonderful team that has your back. Is there any specific part that comes to mind for you that you feel has just been the part that has been the biggest challenge to source?
There's a couple. I think the one that we've been kind of talking about the most has definitely been that engine harness. That's the one that we've been both most excited to figure out, and also most challenged to figure out how we're going to make it work out, because again, when we're trying to get this car back to original and make it perfect, that's our goal. It's everything's got to be right, and then we'll take nothing less.
I love it. I love the continuity aspect of this. You have worked with the Porsche Restoration Challenge in the past.
Yes.
Last year was one of those years. How is this year, this vehicle, different than the car last year?
So there are a couple differences with this vehicle. We love them both. They're each kind of our own babies.
They're both your kids. You love them equally. They're just different.
The first one, when we did that, was kind of just more of an expression of us, a little bit more of a modern take on the classic restoration, if you will. I'm sure if you were there at our Checked It Out show, you saw it there. There's some nice, cool little features that we did, as well as a nice refresh. This one's completely different than the fact that our goal is just a complete new vehicle. So it's got to be everything. You know, there's no shortcuts. There's no easy way. So in that respect, because of how we're doing these two, again, we love them both, but it's completely different. The fact that we're going all out, and this has got to be brand new.
Blake, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us more about the Restoration Challenge.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Now, to keep up with what we've already done to the vehicle and the rest of our process, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram at #Porsche Restoration Challenge 23.